What is going on, guys? It's Shu here, bringing you another review on One Punch Man. Now, this episode had a little bit of everything. I definitely enjoyed the ending. It's about to get crazy. I know it is. I'm looking forward to it. But overall, I gotta say, as much as I enjoyed this episode and it made me laugh, it didn't change the fact that it was still kind of choppy feeling. I don't know what it is about JC staff and not getting their stuff together. Like, come on. Like, it's a great series. Can we put in some more effort? It just felt really off to me. But, however, it still was a fun episode. So, before I continue though, guys, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Apologies again for the late reviews. I've just been busy, and I know it's an excuse at this point. Sounds more and more like it, but it is the truth. I apologize, but we're getting them when we can. So apologies. More to come, hopefully. So just bear with me, guys. But remember also to check us out on the J Chuleta Facebook page to watch the live stream that we'll be having with the Weeb Gathering on Sunday. Make sure to do that at 6 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. Pacific time, and all that good jazz. So make sure to check us out, guys. It'd be great. So let's get into it. So we start this episode with Garou waking up, and his monster abilities are kicking in. We see that he's healing himself back up. He even forgot that he was knocked out. Obviously, he woke up. He's not down. He was down, but he wasn't dead. And so we see Taro getting taken away. And he even asked about him. He's like, is he still alive? What happened? And he's like, whatever. But we know that he's basically a softie. So we see that he ends up leaving. His intention is to make it back to the monster headquarters. But we don't see him anymore in this episode. But the more funny part of this episode was the fact of the hot pot scene. Like seeing the group together, I thought that was fun. Them all staring at the food. I'll get into that a little bit more, but I am getting a little ahead of myself. We see that Child Emperor is close to locating the hideout of where all the monsters are at, and he runs into the guy who's in charge, and they discuss the possibility of leaving out someone like Genos. And they don't trust him enough. He's relatively new, and they want some people that are, I guess, more well known. They're heavy hitters, which would include obviously people like Fubuki, and Fang, and even King. King I thought was funny in this episode too, but leaving them out, or leaving Fang out even because he's close to Garou, which it was his previous master. So it was just some discussing of who they need to have assembled. And we then go back to what's going on with the hot pot scene. And I thought that was funny because everyone is trying to grab some food. Saitama's like annoyed. Genos is not having it at all with Fubuki. Like, he cannot stand her. Not even considering her a friend. And we have Dr. Kuseno who's just kind of watching. He's like, oh, I didn't know this side of you. I'm learning so much about you. And just kind of taking it all in. And meanwhile, like, everyone else is trying to get food, and it's not going so well, especially for King. He actually doesn't get any meat. He's knocked out, and I think that's funny because we see him the next day waking up, and he's the only one that's left. Everyone else is gone. Saitama had already kicked him out after dinner, and we have him, taking out the trash. Didn't even get to eat, and he's then like kind of surprised by some of the agents from the hero agency and wanting to look for him. Like, they want to recruit him for a part of this mission, which obviously he has no interest in doing. and I think, the dude just has bad luck. So we see that he, gets to be pulled into something else that he definitely does not want to be part of. But we then get to see what's going on with one of the father of the guy who's captive right now. He's like, I'll do anything, I'll pay whatever it takes. I want to have my kid, he's my world, and I get it, but he's trying to use money as an influencer. But we then see the team be assembled of who's going to be out there searching for the monster headquarters. And speaking of that, we see that the monsters are all gathering and they notice an intruder. And this is not your typical intruder. In fact, we see Ripper looking for Taro and he's ready to do something to him, like, as he would love to kill. And out of nowhere, Garou shows up and he just finishes him in one blow. Like, it's insane. So Garou ain't playing around and things are getting good. But that's it for me, guys, and I'll catch y'all later.